Hey everybody, you're watching We the Fandom, where we discuss comic books, pop culture, and the fandom experience. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see more content. How's it going, everybody? Jacob here at We the Fandom, and man, are people freaking out about this TikTok ban. In a world where watching short videos on your phone has become such a part of mainstream life, it's not just affecting young people, it's affecting adults. In this time where we're all sitting inside and not really having a whole lot to do, people are trying to find entertainment in any and all forms they can. Although some of the meltdowns on social media are pretty funny. If you haven't been paying attention to the news, last week Trump made a statement saying that TikTok will be banned from the U.S. unless a U.S.-based company, buys it out within 45 days. But this week he added on another company called WeChat. Donald Trump signed a pair of executive orders prohibiting U.S. residents from doing business with the Chinese-owned TikTok and WeChat apps beginning 45 days from now, citing the national security risk of leaving Americans' personal data exposed. Which, I mean, I've heard a lot of things about them data mining our information from various apps and companies and stuff like that. The bans mark a significant escalation by Trump in his confrontation with Beijing as the U.S. seeks to curb China's power in global technology. With the U.S. election less than 90 days away, Trump is making his challenge of China a central theme of his campaign. Good on him. Shares of WeChat's owner, China's Tencent Holdings Ltd., fell as much as 10% in morning trading and sliced almost $70 billion from its market value. From what I heard, Tencent is associated with a lot of big gaming companies such as Activision. So it'll be pretty interesting to see how that affects those companies and how that affects the creation of huge franchises in gaming in the future. They say this is yet another watershed moment in the U.S.-China technology Cold War here, where the U.S. government is targeting these two very popular Chinese apps and basically saying they have a national security problem. I mean, if they're actually using the information, then you could say, sincerely, there is a national security problem. The move coincides with Trump's push for the sale of TikTok, the popular video app owned by ByteDance, to an American company. It threatens penalties on any U.S. resident or company that conducts transactions with TikTok, WeChat, or their owners after the orders take effect. Trump says, "To protect our nation, I took action to address the threat posed by one mobile application, TikTok. Further action is needed to address a similar threat posed by another mobile application, WeChat." While WeChat hasn't been widely adopted in the US, the ban would still have broad implications because it's used by more than 1 billion people and is central to business and social communications with China. So it makes sense that China's going to call out against it. The measure blocks all transactions involving WeChat, but doesn't amount to a broader ban on dealings with Tencent, according to a US official. Earlier this week, Trump threatened to shut down TikTok if its owners didn't sell the business to a US company by September 15th, Microsoft Core. So we'll see if Microsoft is willing to buy out TikTok and see what they actually do with it. TikTok said in a blog post it is shocked by the order and will pursue all remedies available, including the U.S. courts. Tencent said it is reviewing the executive order to get a full understanding. I mean, I think it's pretty simple, and I don't see a whole lot of detriments to doing this. China said Friday that the U.S. was putting selfish interests above market principles and international rules and engaging in political manipulation and oppression. With the market principles, I kind of agree with. I'm very much against government interference with businesses. I get that TikTok is not a U.S.-owned company, but still I would prefer governments in general just keep their hands out of business. In terms of the political manipulation and oppression, I think that's pretty ironic coming from China. The relevant businesses follow market principles and international rules in conducting business operations in the U.S. My whole take on this is I think it's pretty interesting. Like I said, on the one hand, I'm usually against government interference in business, but at the same time, I have to appreciate Trump putting pressure on big tech companies as well as a lot of other entities out there, such as the NBA and Hollywood, and kind of forcing them to have some accountability in their association with China and Chinese money. If you haven't heard, other than their kind of some of their shady reactions to the beer virus in Wuhan, There was the whole thing with Blizzard Entertainment, them suing, or not suing, but suspending one of a famous World of Warcraft player for calling out the Hong Kong protests. The NBA not speaking out about the Chinese government's handling of those protests. And now currently, apparently, China has some re-education camps holding a huge Muslim population there. So, yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see how all these giant entities that react or depend on Chinese money are going to react to this whole situation. And yeah, that's all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you next time.